I talk with other CEOs, everybody's focused on how do we cut our costs by 10% and how do we increase our revenues by 10%, and hardly anybody thinks about why not 10x. And that 10x is moonshot thinking. So why moonshots matter is because when you're thinking about 10x, it is not necessarily 100 times harder, but the results are definitely a hell of a lot better than 10% improvement. And why don't CEOs think that way? Okay, and there is no question about, in my mind, that when 10x thinking will, even if you don't know how to think, how to solve a 10x problem, but just the process of thinking 10x will create a tremendously better result. And that is the foundation of innovation. Okay, so I want everybody sitting over here in the room to think about what is your 10x vision. And if you don't have one, okay, you must reimagine and ask yourself the question. I want to give you a case study about my 3 10x, all right, moonshot thinking. One, in 2009, we said we wanted to create a business bank that would be growing organically at 50% CAGR, 50% average annual compounded growth rate in revenues, and 50% average annual compounded growth rate in deposits and loans. Number 2 is, we thought the changing environment is such, we wanted to create a bank for consumers, for millennials, all right? Because every large bank is throwing away opportunities to capture the millennial market. No question about it. And I was one of those large bankers. So we wanted to create one of those. And the third one is we wanted to reach 1 billion people around the world indirectly to impact them in financial technology and in financial information. So where do we stand? We are a publicly traded company. You can see these results by going into our website. We've created a bank that is a far greater than 50% average annual compounded growth rate in revenues, assets, appreciation for shareholder value, and whatnot. So it is possible. In my opinion, what the companies should do to create a culture of innovation is, number 1, you've got to have a mindset for moonshot thinking. You must. Okay? And number 2 is you've got to create partnerships. Because nobody can be fantastic at all things, but you can be extremely innovative if you've done good partnership. And there are examples after examples after examples in outside of the banking business, and there ought to be tremendous examples inside the banking business also. Number 3, okay, to me is very, very important is, and I sort of jumped over this, that is a part of this 10x thinking, how do you get started? What we did at BankMobile is we had folks all the way from high schoolers to freshmen in college and to folks who were sophomores get together and help in creating the bank for the future. For Customers Bank, which is a business bank, we had 20-something teams get together and said, how do we have a company with a high-touch execution of a strategy, but supported with technology? And that technology was developed by 20-somethings, not with people with 20 years of experience in banking. That is absolutely critical. So as Peter Diamandis, who's one of my heroes, says that you must disrupt yourself or else someone else will. Thank you.